Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am today going to try to finish Kendra's card challenge 17, sketches 7 through 9. I've been trying to do about 3 per video because I'm kind of slow and that's about my speed. I also, most of you know that we have had our furnace went out at the beginning of the year. And so we finally have heat back. But our house has been so cold that I have had no crafting mojo at all. And for whatever reason, my desk seems to be like in the middle of some polar vortex. Because across the room on the sofa, I would be relatively warm. And I would come over here and sit at my desk and I'd be freezing. It's like there's a huge draft here or something. So anyway, some of the things I did do this week, because, you know, you gotta craft something. I printed out some bitty penny digital papers, some of her Valentine papers, and just sat and fussy cut out some stuff. Let's see. Here, I was ink blending on this, but you can probably see on here better. So just some of the stuff that I fussy cut this week. You can see those are like little postage stamps. I love her digital papers. Some flowers, carnations and roses. So that was just about all I was able to do. But I tell you, I was having crafting withdrawals. That's some more of her paper. Isn't that pretty? Well, that's not, that's an ink smushing, but aren't those pretty? And I just printed those off. I didn't, and cut them out. I didn't do anything to them. So, and then I did do a few little clusters. Those sentiments, those are a digital. I can't remember if I printed them out from Calico Collage or another website. I think it was from Calico Collage though, and just did some little clusters. I don't know if you can see it, but I did a little rub on here, added these leaves, and we'll find is a little rub on I had from 49 in Market. This butterfly was part of the rub on. I added that butterfly and I added that little rose at the bottom. That's from some PET tape, sticker tape. And these little pearls came with that tape. How perfect is that little sentiment to go with this? So anyway, that was just my piddling when I was too cold to actually do any real crafting. And before we get started, I want to show a few things This I got this past week. I'm very excited to open it. This is from Pear Blossom Press. Paperclip almost flew across the room. I love it. She gives you these little, because of her light-up cards, that little paper clip that's shaped like a light bulb. Isn't that cute? I love those. So they go in my drawer. But I got 2 packs of her sentiment stock. I've not opened one yet. So let's just get out a piece of this and check it out. It is white core, which is fine. That I know that bothers some people. It does with me on certain papers, but something like this that's mostly for sentiments. Sorry about my camera. Hold it. It's usually a little brighter in here during the day, but it's cloudy this morning when I'm recording this. So anyway, I'm anxious to see how that's going to be with sentiments. I don't know if I'll use any of it today on a card, but we will be using that. And then I got a card from Jay over at Craft by Jay. Oh, that's not what I didn't even notice that was just barely hanging on. Took this a little while to get to me too, because he mailed it on the 14th and I just got it Friday, which was the 24th. But anyway, that is really pretty. I wonder, did he cut this out of, I guess that's just pattern paper there. Wow, that is really cool. And then this one he cut out and popped up to give it some dimension. I really like that. And he put a little sequin here on the tag. Let's see what he says. Yep, this was my holiday card. Jay, I thought you got a kitty cat personalized stamp for the back of your cards. 3 demerits for that. But anyway, I love the card. I love these colors. Of course, I'm a blue person, so anything blue, teal, blue-gray, any of that, I love. And then, this is my funny story for the week. Sean over at Manly Made Minute was using a Hero Arts stamp set. I think it's called Key to My Heart. And I loved it because I love keys. I even have a little key die that cuts out all these little tiny keys. That one had, I couldn't resist it. So I keep saying I'm going to stop spending money on craft supplies. I don't know when that's going to happen. But anyway, I digress. I had to have it. And they had the Stamp and Die bundle. It's like on their clearance stuff. And when I was on there, I saw this ladybug stamp it. And I'm like, I ordered that. And I went and looked at my orders. And I'm like, yep, I ordered it. I looked in every single bin I have. I looked in places where I don't put stamps and dies. And finally I got the thing. I'm like, I just swear I got it. And I ordered this back in June. So finally, my craft cart over here, I took everything out of the bottom tray of my craft cart. And there in the bottom was this envelope that I had gotten back in June from Hero Arts. I opened it, I looked at it, and I just threw it over there in my cart. I think I had planned to use it right away, and then I didn't. And I'm like, what a maroon. Oh, and I paid full price for this. It was like pretty expensive because at the time I just absolutely positively had to have it for something. Now it's on that, I don't know if it's their last chance or whatever, but this thing is on sale right now. And I love ladybugs. I think I have 1 or 2 tiny little stamps and 1 little die. But I wanted a bigger ladybug that I was going to use on a project. I think it was one of the sheet loads from Crafty Owl. But anyway, there's the stamp and the die set. So it's going to go in my bin of things I have not yet used. And also this is like a make your own washi tape sheets, which I also had to have and have not used. So there you go. And that's one reason why I need to quit ordering stuff. And use what's in this huge bin of things. And I am going to get to that. I swear I am. I'm going to save that bag for my junk journal stuff. Which I also need to, some of that junk journal stuff, I need to either use it or lose it. Put our sentiment stock back there for now. It will go in my card stock. And now let's get started on the card. I'll tell you what, y'all may need to like put me on double speed here to get past all my rambling. So this one, here are, I've already cut out the extra papers, I hope. And here are our other pieces. So, and I'm sorry I'm off camera. I did a lot of adjusting with my camera, and every time I made sure it came all the way out to the edge, and then it just seems like it's moving. I don't know. It's giving me fits. So let me try to get up here where I won't be off camera. Y'all may have been yelling at me already that I was off camera and I was too busy. Oh, these things really don't have much space in between them. So let's, I covered it up. It's my little tray I just keep here for my glue pen. I just wear, mostly wear thick socks around the house, footies. And of course the cats get up here all the time, so I'm a little anxious about keeping track of my pen for my glue bottle. And let's see, when did it snowed here last Tuesday. It started Tuesday afternoon, kind of late. And this is, I'm recording this on Sunday. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention here to what I'm doing. And so our house faces south, which means the houses across the street, they face north. So the front yards up against the houses still have snow on the ground, even though we've got up to, I know we've gotten close to 50 since then, of course, because our heat got turned on Friday, so now it's warmed up the past couple of days because that's just the way my life is going right now. And the back of our house, there's still snow out there. Okay, and then this, I can't really tell if this is supposed to be here or flush up against this piece. And that may not matter since I used the same cardstock for the base back here and for this half circle. But I'm going to get it up flush there, I think. Then it calls for the sentiment here. I may use one of those that I printed out from the digitals. Let's see. Oh, this is a card I made before our electricity went out. That's a whole other thing of like blowing fuses, because we're on fuses. We don't have breakers here. But that's from the Bitty Penny digital set, one of her Valentine sets. Isn't that cute as it can be? Anyway, I'm off on a tangent again. So let's see. I want something a little darker. Let's see. And I kind of want these to be generic Valentines, not romantic Valentines. Because I only give one of those. So I'm not sure if some of these are too mushy for, these are like you would give your significant other. That is a little dark for this. Let's see what else I've got here. These are all a little on the light side, or that color would be okay. Where's the rest of those? Or I could do, let's see here. These are all too mushy. I I did not realize these were all mushy ones. And that's all I have printed out right now. So, see, and I love that little just live, laugh, love thing. Celebrate love would be okay, because that's sort of generic. But I don't think I like that. Okay, let me set those aside. And somewhere I have some more. I thought. Sorry. I swear I had some more cut out. That's just that one for the little kitty cat. And I could put a kitty cat on here. And say, would you be my meowentine? Actually, that might not be too bad. I kind of like that, actually. That one the best. Do I like this one the best? That blue matches a little better. That down there, that shows up better against the red. He shows up just fine though. Okay, and I'm gonna pop him up. So let me grab foam tape here. And I'm gonna grab this thinner foam tape. This stuff sure is sticky though. That's the only thing about working with this. This is from scrapbook.com. I love it because it is a thinner foam tape. But phew, boy, it is some sticky wicky stuff. So let's get him on the birdie. Stop it. And get a little piece for his wing. Did I still cut that too big? Maybe a tiny bit, but I can get rid of that easy peasy. And a little piece for his tail. Okay. Just gonna put that on his ear for now. I wrote die on here. Oh sorry, I was off camera, wasn't I? I wrote dye on here because I did some in dye and some in pigment. So I did the pigment with colored pencils. But that's so I wouldn't mess up and put alcohol ink on the wrong stamped image. Because if somebody's going to do it, I will do it. That's the thing about these. Things with odd shapes. I don't have to have tape on every little teeny tiny piece, although I kind of prefer that. I don't like anything to be saggy on my cards. So I try to get, you know, as much area covered as possible. Oh, and let's go ahead while I have this foam tape out. And yes, I even save little bitty pieces like that, because it comes in handy when you're trying to cover little tiny pieces like that. Matter of fact, I told you I like to cover as much as I can. There's that, and there we go. Of course, then you have to take this release paper off all these tiny little pieces too. I did not dry emboss any of this since there's so much going on here with all the pattern paper and the texture on that metallic paper. Well, yellow. Okay, now I want the little bird to kind of show up here on the circle. Oh, and the static. Whew. I need to run the humidifier in here. There, that's good enough. Okay, and finally we're ready for a card base. Just grab out a handful here. Get this put on a card. Good grief. So I hope all of you are staying warm. It's supposed to get I want to say it's supposed to get like at least close to 50 today. I need to cut that off. That's sticking way out. Anyway, which is nice, but you know, it just figures we've been freezing for about 2 weeks and our heat gets fixed and the weather warms up. Which is okay because we had to have the air replaced too. That's just what happens when you buy an older house. So I think I told you our units were like 32 or 33 years old. So they had a good long life for that type of equipment. The guy was saying that he said both of those units, when they were put in new, were top of the line. And we just didn't see the sense in replacing the heating and not replacing the air because they were both ancient. And we knew that was coming anyway. Just now we have a big stupid payment. Okay, let me set those aside so I can see what's going on here. That was card 7. We are at card 8. So paper. This goes here. Okay, I thought I cut out all the papers I would need for this, but evidently I did not. I was sure I cut out both of these layers. Darn, I have no clue, y'all. So this is the 3 3¼ by 4¼ So this is the bigger. I didn't cut out a 3x4. I would have sworn I did it. I did cut out this layer. I love those paw prints, kitty paws. So let's do this, and this is our 4 by 5¼ here. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Yeah, I would have just sworn I cut out this 3x4 piece, but I don't know. Let's see if I can get this on here straight. Okay, it's straight-ish. So that'll do. Okay, so do I have... So we've got this red metallic, then the black. This goes back here. And this is going to go on top of that. But that is so weird, y'all. I would swear I cut out the piece that goes on there. It doesn't really look that great. I'm going to try to find a piece of off-white and put on here, I think. So let's see what we've got in the scrap bucket. Oh, hang on. Will this do? This will do. I have this off-white, sort of almost a creamy, peachy color. So let me cut this at 4. The corner's a little bent. 4. And I hope this will go with that red. 3. Okay. I think it'll be okay. We're going to go with it anyway. And do I want to run this through an embossing folder real quick? Because it is an awfully big plain area. This is going to have this on it. Oh, that looks good with a little brown paw print too. But anyway, so it is going to have that on there. I think, let me not get that mixed up with this. I think I am going to just, if y'all can bear with me here. I've got the heart one, which I have used. I think I'm going to use the foliage one on here though. Just because, you know, I like it. So let me do this very quickly. Move that aside. I think this is the right sandwich on here. We'll find out. Boy, you ought to hear when I run my embossing folder through, you can hear the static, like crackling and popping on my die cutting machine platform. Okay, there, I like that. I like that a lot. You know, it strikes me, I should have a little paw print embossing folder too. Ooh, I really like that. Can you all see that? That is so pretty. That's a Spellbinders branching out embossing folder. And that's not even a 3D. That's just a regular embossing folder. It's so pretty. I'm tempted also to ink blend. I'm not going to though. There's already so much going on. Let's just put like a lot of glue on here to glue this down because that's a lot of embossed or debossed area on the back. I've also been feeling like I was coming down with a cold, but it's been okay so far. I know the flu's going around with all this. I totally forgot I was going to get my flu shot at the end of the year, and I totally forgot about it. Now they show this flush up to the edge, so that's how I'm going to put it. Okay, and I haven't even put that down yet. Let's glue this down onto our card front here. Put that down a little bit. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Is that crooked? Looks crooked to me. And is it up too high? I think it is. Sorry, getting off camera. I've got to adjust this camera again. And it's too far over that way now. Okay, this is just how it's going to be. And I want to put a little piece on the back of here. So let me just grab a piece to go here. Well, I didn't think about how I was cutting that very well, did I? I'll show you all my craft roulette card too when I finish these. Okay, here we go. And after I do this, I'm going to go fix me some lunch. I ate breakfast late. I have not been sleeping good either because, you know, my glass half empty mentality. I've just been sure that we were going to, that the space heaters are going to catch on fire and die. So I haven't been sleeping well. Of course, they got the heat back on late Friday afternoon. Y'all, I slept until 8:40 yesterday morning. I never sleep that late. I'm usually up by 6:30 tops, even if I stay up super late on Friday night / Saturday morning. The latest I'll usually sleep is maybe 7 o'clock. I tell you what, I was wiped out. Yesterday, there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done, and I did a little bit of vacuuming around and some straightening up, getting things plugged in where they put the new vents in, getting all the sawdust vacuumed up. The whole house still needs vacuuming and mopping, and it is just not going to happen this weekend. Okay, and then they just showed this with any object down here in this corner. But once again, we are not doing that. Uh-oh. Where's my little bears? Aha. I did 2 of these. As a matter of fact, I think I had already had these stamped out from last year, and I just colored these and fussy cut them while waiting on our, and I'm just gonna put him here because I like him. So I think I'm gonna do this one with the darker red. Do not do the best job of coloring on here in the world, but hey. This is an old penny black. I think this might have been like the first clear, like Valentine's stamp. Stamp set that I bought. It's from Penny, did I say Penny Black? Anyway. And he is so adorable. Just cute as he can be. So anyway, that is, and at some point I may put a sentiment on here, just Happy Valentine's, simple Happy Valentine's Day. But I want to get moving here and get this last card done. So that was 7, 8, and here is 9. I swear, y'all, I had some more Happy Valentine's stuff. I thought I did some embossing and cut them out, and I don't have a clue where I put them. Okay, oh, there's a little heart. Damn, not letting me check this envelope. I keep all my card pieces, envelopes in a bigger envelope. A little ton of little hearts and flowers in here that I did. I swear I did some more sentiments. I know I did because I did it with this stamp set here. But y'all, I just don't know where I put them. Wow. I'll never be this confused. I guess that's just my life now. Okay, moving on. So, you have, this is your card front here. You have your paper C goes on here, and then you have these two strips that go on either side. And then it calls for a sentiment and any large object. So since these pieces are flush, sorry, I'm still so cold, even though the heat is back on, that I still have a space heater running on very low. And it's kind of telling about this room. It keeps coming on. Okie dokie. So center that out there. Yep. I'll have to cut a little piece off down here and put our strips on. I did think about gold, but I kind of like the black against the red. Oh, and you can tell I just cut these at 1/4 inch and didn't bother to cut any of the length off of them. Oops, which is fine because we can do that when we trim this panel. And there we go. Get that glue off so it doesn't gunk up the blade of my trimmer. So we are just going to cut the tiniest piece. Oh, come on. Off of here. I don't want to cut anymore. That red shows a twinchy bit down at the bottom, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. And on this, this is one of those panels that I used my stencil to emboss. And one more card base here. We're going to get this put down. It still bothers me that I don't know what I did with my heat embossed sentiments. You would think I'd put them in here with all these other ones, but did I? No. Okay, sorry if I keep sticking my head in there. And I think I'm going to do him again for my large object, and then put a Happy Valentine's Day up here. And I'll tell you, this is embarrassing, but here is, I've been putting scraps. I had thought I might use some of these on some of my Valentine's Day cards, because those would actually look really pretty on here. I could actually use these and turn that into a not Valentine card. Or I could it's a little bit big. You know, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, let me look through here. I'm liable to have things go everywhere. Here's little planner things. Some scraps of lace. Okay, I don't see any sentiments in here. That is just so crazy. And I did these after I did the Valentine sentiments after my last video that I recorded, but before our power went out that day and it got freezing cold in here and stayed freezing cold. Forever and ever and ever. See, I have these, but these are huge. So, you know something? We have been running long enough here. I will either find the sentiments that I already prepared, or I will do some more and I will show, but I'm going to use this because, quite frankly, I like it. Let's see. I think I want that to come up so that it's mostly try to get that kind of semi-straight. So this is mostly on there because I really, really like that. Put another little floral down here and the sentiment at the top. I like that a lot. You can tell that's a scrap of paper I had saved. I'd messed up a stamp on one side. And I was not going to, it was a big piece too, I was not going to waste that. So let's get this down quick like a bunny. I think I was going to show y'all something. Oh yeah, my craft roulette card when I was finished with these. Plop that right there. Have a little glue showing there. Okay, let me just throw a couple of blocks on here real quick. And we have been going right at an hour right now. So, see, I try to be prepared and cut a bunch of stuff out, but I'll tell you what, I still manage to get behind somehow. So, y'all are just like the best for sticking it out with me here. And off camera, I will, I'm going to stick it up. I've got some little bitty flowers here. And then cut that off. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to trim this up a little bit. Come on. Just got that one little burr on there. There we go. Get my hand all gluey here. Dab some of that off. Put this here. Down, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on there as well. Just fill it in a little bit. Oh, that's fine. My tip of my glue bottle is getting all yucky. Okay. Don't like that. There we go. So probably could have done a little bit better job, but I don't know. I'm pretty well loving this. Pretty well loving it. I'm going to do one more thing here. Should have got my tweezers, and I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to be left-handing this here. A teeny tiny flower there. And just to fill it in a little bit. And a few little leaves. Right there. My hand's all shaky. Probably too much caffeine this morning. Wipe some of that glue off there. And there it is, a sentiment, maybe a few little embellishments, little tiny hearts or something, and we are good to go. So I kind of wish I had something else down here, but I think once we add to it. So here are our cards. There's our Will You Be My Meowing Time? Card 7. Card 8. I want to put a sentiment there. And card 9, we'll have our sentiment up at the top. And that one could be a birthday card as well as a Valentine's card. I'll fan the camera here in a second. Oh, my goodness. Let me put my pen in here. So the craft roulette card this week, the parameters were a slimline card, lumberjack colors. Oh, for heaven's sake. Hat or hats or cap or caps and lace. So for my project, for my card, I did like a calendar card. I wanted to do a mushroom cap. And the ones I have, like I have a Tim Holtz mushroom set, it's really nice. I just couldn't make it work the way I wanted it to. So I found these printables online. So mini slimline. My lumberjack colors are, usually you think of like a red and black lumberjack plaid. But then lumberjack, they're outdoors, so that can also be greens, browns, blue sky. So I incorporated the browns, reds, black, green in here. And there's is it a cap or is it a hat? You'll have to decide and tell me. And then my lace, I've got some lace running along the bottom here. So kind of covered up by the other elements, but you can see it sticking out there. And I like the way this turned out. I love that guy. So, and I had that sentiment it's another printable set of sentiments or journal sayings. So anyway, and there is my little stamp on the back. Or one of them. So anyway, thanks for watching. We're not too bad over an hour. Speed it up if you need to. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.